Use of artificial intelligence AI to handle natural calamities in Tradulic. We have seen a terrifying flood in the repeat and power of ordinary disasters. Going from tremors and floods to droughts and furious bursts, the impact of these disasters on networks and organic structures is sure. Fortunately, as we grapple with the raising challenges, development has emerged as areas of strength for easing their effects. From early notification ahead of time systems to speedy response parts, advancement accepts a fundamental part in further developing our disaster adaptability. AI thinking is entering a meaningful change in the space of fiasco countering. Imagine a reality where we answer disasters as well as, more fundamentally, predict and divert them, sorting out the risk seismic quakes, shudders, the uncommon seismic unsettling influences under the world's surface, address a predictable risk to networks all over the planet. Causes and forewarning signs, shakes come from the world's primary plates affecting, sliding beyond each other, or regardless, subducting. Alerted signs can consolidate subtle tremors, foreshocks, and changes in groundwater levels. Understanding these signs is central for expecting and arranging for additional huge seismic events. How AI can redesign early acknowledgement and forewarning systems. AI injects one more level of precision and speed into quake revelation, information assessment. AI prevails with regards to taking care of gigantic datasets quickly. By exploring seismic data with AI estimations, AI can recognize subtle models that go before quakes, offering a more nuanced perception of seismic development, design affirmation. Simulated intelligence enables artificial intelligence to see complex models in seismic data that could sidestep ordinary procedures. Ongoing checking, AI updates the speed of data examination, engaging consistent perception of seismic activity. This fast assessment adds to extra ideal alerts, giving critical seconds or minutes to individuals and organizations to take safeguarding strategies. Versatile models. AI's adaptable limits mean that as it processes more data over an extended time, its models become more refined and exact. Readiness. In the excursion for seismic quake preparation, AI emerges as a historic power, offering the likelihood to change seconds into life-saving minutes. Floods, factors adding to flooding. Floods can result from a mix of components, including significant precipitation, quick snowmelt, storm floods, and the land's geology. Urbanization and changes in land use can demolish these factors, extending the shortcoming of regions to flooding, existing flood assumption, and noticing structures. Customary flood assumption system hydrological model stream measures and weather patterns gauges. Developments have introduced remote distinguishing gauge imagery and computers to overhaul our ability to anticipate floods. AI applications in flood checking and steady notic be using its capacities in data assessment and artificial intelligence. This is the way computerized reasoning is making a splash in flood countering. Information blend. AI can facilitate different datasets, including atmospheric conditions, stream levels, and soil moistness, to take a broad picture of flood risk. Ongoing checking. AI engages steady seeing of various limits associated with flooding. Splendid sensor associations and satellite development got together with AI. Give unending updates on climatic circumstances, stream levels, and potential flood zones. Early rebuke structure says early notification ahead of time to networks can help be dealing with data rapidly and definitively. AI updates the lead. AI's job.ai appears as a helpful resource for work on our perception and response for the calamity in floods can provide expectancy for timely preparations. Drought, dry season, creeping disaster exacerbated by ecological change. Requires a proactive method for efficient management effect of ecological change on dry season repeat. Natural change has raised the repeat and earnestness of droughts, making huge troubles for regions dependent upon standard precipitation. Increasing temperatures add to extended dispersal, changing precipitation plans, and worsening the water lack. Conventional dry season assumption methods, drought figures relied upon meteorological data, hydrological models, and remote distinguishing. These procedures overview factors like precipitation, soil moistness, and stream levels to expect drought conditions. Regardless, the dynamic and interconnected nature of climate factors makes standard assumption testing, much of the time achieving conceded responses. AI-driven deals with early dry season revelation and the leaders. Enter mechanized thinking, historic power in disturbing drought neutralization. AI offers inventive game plans that sound valuable. These are a large data assessment. I for accurate assumption. Role of AI to help fight natural catastrophes. AI can provide remote distinguishing and satellite advancement. AI updates the limits of remote recognizing and satellite developments. These headways can separate changes, vegetation prosperity, soil suddenness levels, and various markers, offering non-stop encounters into drought-influenced locales, smart water system, and waterboard. AI adds to capable water use through sharp water framework systems. These structures, outfitted with AI computations, smooth out water movement, considering steady atmospheric conditions and reap needs, letting the impact free from drought on cultivation, wildfires, fierce blazes, with their overwhelming impact on conditions and organizations, require a complicated method for managing neutralization and guidelines, causes, and speedy spread components. Rapidly spreading fires can be ignited by several factors, including lightning, human activities, and, now and again, cognizant exercises. At the point when lit, the quick spread of wild flames is affected by components, for instance, wind speed, fuel availability, vegetation, and region. Understanding the unpredictable trade of these parts is basic for making feasible strategies to alleviate the impact of wild flames. Current procedures for wild burst contravention and guideline are neither sufficient nor efficient. AI-based advances for early quickly spreading fire revelation and neutralization small intelligence is winding up a meaningful change in the fight against savage blasts, offering creative game plans like satellite and robot development. AI overhauls the examination of satellite imagery and robot film to distinguish early signs of quickly spreading fires, prescient illustrating. AI-driven far-sighted models look at legitimate data, weather patterns, and geological information to predict areas at huge bed of uncontrollable flames. Brilliant sensor associations, sending wise sensor networks in fire-slanted areas enables reliable checking of normal conditions. Computerized reasoning cycles data from these sensors, perceiving irregularities, for instance, temperature spikes or developments in air pollution that could exhibit the start of savage blast. Early reprimand systems. AI adds to the headway of early notification ahead of time structures that give ideal alerts to networks in the method of wildburst. AI's coordination. As out-of-control fires become more inescapable and outrageous, the blend of man-made consciousness headways into furious blast expectation and response techniques are critical. Remote distinguishing and satellite development. Remote distinguishing and satellite development, joined with the logical power of AI, can change disaster countering, upgrading constant checking and reaction through artificial intelligence. The ongoing abilities of artificial intelligence AI fundamentally intensify the viability of satellite-based observing, robotized oddity recognition. Artificial intelligence calculations can naturally recognize peculiarities in satellite information, flagging debacles, dynamic gamble planning. AI's capacity to process and dissect information progressively empowers the making of dynamic speculative maps, improving asset organization. By incorporating artificial intelligence bits of knowledge from satellite information, catastrophe reaction groups can upgrade the sending of assets, guiding them to regions at the most elevated risk. Integration of satellite innovation and AI. In the combination of satellite innovation and AI, we track down a considerable organization that improves our capacity to foresee debacles as well as engages us to answer quickly and really. IoT Web of Things and Sensor Organizations. The joining of Web of Things IoT gadgets and sensor organizations, combined with AI, addresses an adjustment of essential suspicions in catastrophe counteraction. Reconciliation of IoT gadgets in a fiasco-inclined regions. IoT gadgets frame placed in a significant layer of safeguard. These gadgets, fitted with sensors, screen ecological circumstances, foundation security, and other basic variables. AI-driven examination of sensor information provides actionable early notice. Ongoing information examination. AI's huge data analysis capability can provide quick and continuous updates on the IoT gadget's data. Basing on these updates, the administrations can update or reshape their plans of action. Versatile reaction. AI's versatile models guarantee that early admonition frameworks advance with evolving conditions. As the latest information is gathered, the framework constantly refines its figuring out. Working on the exactness of forecasts and reaction systems, savvy foundation for better catastrophe strength. Artificial intelligence, related to AI, adds to the improvement of shrewd framework intended to endure and answer fiasco's contextual investigations. Featuring fruitful executions of AI in catastrophe counteraction. As of late, AI reasoning has shown itself to be an imposing partner in the domain of calamity counteraction. With a few effective executions featuring its extraordinary potential, tremor early admonition framework in Japan. Japan, ranged in a seismically dynamic locale, has executed AI-fueled quake early admonition framework. This framework uses AI calculations to dissect seismic information, rapidly distinguishing the underlying, less harming seismic waves P waves before the more horrendous waves S waves follow. Flood expectation in China. China has embraced AI for flood expectation, particularly even with the country's helplessness to occasional floods. By coordinating artificial intelligence AI with satellite information, weather conditions gauges, and waterway observing sensors, China has fostered a complex flood expectation framework, displaying explicit examples where AI has deflected or limited the effect of normal disasters. These contextual analyses highlight the unmistakable effect of artificial intelligence in misfortune avoidance. From quakes and floods to rapidly spreading fires and tidal waves. As innovation keeps on propelling, these examples of overcoming adversity make ready for additional developments, underscoring the critical job that artificial intelligence AI plays in making strong and versatile frameworks to protect networks from the capricious powers of nature. Wildfire identification and avoidance in California. California, inclined to crushing fierce blazes, has sent AI-based answers for early discovery and anticipation. Drones outfitted with AI calculations overview huge scenes, breaking down information continuously to recognize potential fire areas of interest. Savvy torrent cautioning framework in Indonesia. Indonesia, ranged along the Pacific Ring of Fire, faces the steady danger of waves. Nation has executed a savvy wave cautioning framework that joins seismographic information with AI calculations. Interdisciplinary joint effort, fruitful artificial intelligence AI execution in calamity counteraction requests cooperation across different disciplines, including meteorology, seismology, and designing, connecting these interdisciplinary wholes and encouraging successful correspondence, is essential for the comprehensive advancement of AI-driven arrangements. Privacy concerns. The boundless utilization of sensors, IoT gadgets, and satellite innovation raises worries about the protection of people in calamity-inclined regions. Finding harmony between powerful calamity avoidance and it is essential to regard individual security, algorithmic predisposition, and reasonableness. AI calculations may coincidentally sustain inclinations present in verifiable information with regards to calamity counteraction. Predispositions in information could bring about lopsided asset distribution and lacking security for minimized networks. Straightforwardness in direction. Frameworks associated with crisis navigation should be straightforward and reasonable. The discovery nature of some AI models can dissolve public trust and frustrate responsibility. Laying out clear correspondence channels and giving clarifications to AI-created proposals or choices is vital for understanding and certainty. Future possible literacy advancements in artificial intelligence for calamity anticipation. The fate of artificial intelligence AI in catastrophe anticipation holds energizing prospects as arising advancements keep on molding the scene. Edge registering. Use of edge registering devices, including routers, routing switches, and integrated devices. 5. Innovation. The broad organization of 5 organizations guarantee quicker and more dependable quantum processing. The expected approach of quantum figuring holds guarantees for taking care of perplexing issues in a debacle expectation. Worldwide information sharing. Cooperative drives for global information sharing can upgrade the exactness of AI models by giving a more complete comprehension of worldwide natural examples. Organic and ecological sensors. Incorporating AI with innovative and natural sensors could give more nuanced bits of knowledge into normal catastrophes. Sensors equipped for distinguishing organic pointers, like changes in creature conduct, joined with natural information, could offer extra layers of data for early advance notice frameworks. Human-AI joint effort. The future might see expanded cooperation between artificial intelligence and human specialists. Increased knowledge, where AI helps human chiefs, could prompt more successful and sympathetic catastrophe reaction systems. Consolidating the qualities of computerized examination with human instinct and experience. To concludeth mix of AI reasoning into catastrophe counteraction procedures addresses a critical stage toward making more secure and stronger networks notwithstanding normal disasters. We have investigated key aspects of AI's job, from early advanced notice frameworks and information examination, to the fruitful executions in quake-inclined Japan, flood-inclined China, and wildfires compromised locales like California. 5G and quantum registering offer energizing possibilities for upgrading the abilities of AI in a debacle counteraction. Nevertheless, the acknowledgement of this possible relies on cooperative endeavors between states, non-governmental organizations, NGOs, and innovation organizations. Worldwide information sharing, normalized conventions, and open-source stages are urgent parts of a worldwide methodology for compelling debacle counteraction. Here we come to the end of this interaction. If you find this video to have useful information, offer it a go-ahead. Hit the subscribe button and share it with your companions. How about we push the discussion further? Until sometime later, look after yourself and loved ones and remain tuned for additional interesting investigations here on our channel. If you want to read the full script on the subject, a link has been given in the description. Take care, stay blessed.